It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ, where business becomes show business. Jamie is a leading Tampa Bay real estate agent and featured on the Wall Street Journal's list of top 100 real estate agents in the nation. Jamie invites you to list your home with him today and learn more at tampabayradio.com. Now, live in studio and promoting the entrepreneurial spirit that drives the American economy, your host, Jamie Maloney.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy middle of the week on this rainy Wednesday morning on That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. Hope everybody gets off to a good start. Be careful out there. It is a rainy and wet day out there. Roads are pretty slow getting into the station here this morning. So with the tropical system out there this morning, so hopefully everybody gets into work safe. And again, I appreciate you tuning in to That Business Show, starting the morning with a positive message. As always, you can learn more about the program over at tampabayradio.com. Over there, all shows are available on demand. And also, you can review our partnership video alongside the Tampa Bay business owners and organization that the show is in partnership with to bring a stronger voice to the Tampa Bay business owners along with the radio show. So that's our business network now that the show is working hand in hand with. So I'd like to extend an invite to all the business owners out there in the community to learn more over at tampabayradio.com. And then there's a big button that says Join TBBO, and you can see the benefits, and there's a lot of value inside the organization. In addition to coming on to the radio show, you'll get invited to a lot of different networking events. And you'll be able to grow and learn and collaborate from your fellow business owner peers. So again, tampabayradio.com. Good show planned for you today. In the 8 o'clock hour today, it's going to be Working Women Wednesdays, where we feature the professional networking group, the Working Women of Tampa Bay. So we'll be hearing from Jessica Ravelli at the top of the 8 o'clock hour ahead of their upcoming Working Women Conference being held September 8th and 9th at the Straz Center. So tickets are still available for that over at workingwomenconference.com. Be sure to use promo code Maloney for 10% off of those tickets. Around 7:30 today, we'll be hearing from real estate broker Jim McPeak, one of my good friends, and also a fellow REO agent, in addition to a broker owner of his firm, the McPeak Real Estate Firm. So always good to hear from him. Right now, though, we got a returning guest to the program that we have not heard from in quite some time, and that is
two of them.
Yeah, two of them, as a matter of fact. We got Jim Yeager, Yeager and Company, Yeagerflooring.com, and Charlie the Plumber. So, gentlemen, welcome back to the program.
Good morning, Jamie.
So, Jim, I'll start with you. Jim, how you been lately? What have you been up to lately over at Yeager and Company?
We're doing good. It's been a while. Thanks for having us back, and it's great to see that you're growing by leaps and bounds, now up to 2 hours. And we're really happy to be one of your new sponsors, and looking forward to getting more involved with your show as it continues to grow. And just my hat's off to you, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And Jim Yeager and Yeager and Company, a third-generation flooring company based up in Odessa. They got an amazing warehouse of flooring samples. I've been up there, and so Jim and his company is not a fly-by-night or work-from-your-truck general contracting firm. He is a legitimate contracting firm with employees, with warehouse, with amazing samples, third-generation. They started out of Philadelphia, now they're down here in Tampa and doing an incredible job. So they're more than just flooring. They can help you with all things related to contracting. So visit Yeagerflooring.com and check out their website for more information. So, Jim, you've recently put out a contest for, I think it was some new floors, correct?
For Ugly Floor Contest.
Okay, I saw this running on Facebook. So, in short, just tell us about the contest, and we're going to announce the winners today.
Yeah, on our website, they were to post pictures of their floor and the reasons why they would want, to replace the floors. So it's, you put the photographs on, and then you had people vote for who had the ugliest floors that needed to be replaced. So a man that I had met that really did an outstanding job getting the people to come in and support him, Eamon McCormick, who is actually a active duty Coast Guard officer here in the Tampa Bay area, has won. He had, an enormous amount of people, 354 votes for new flooring. I'd actually met Eamon. He had called us. He had one of the big box retailers put in flooring for him, and the floors failed. And unfortunately for him, the big box retailer, even though he had all the warranties for moisture and workmanship, they did not stand behind.
How do floors fail? Was it what type of floor was it? Was it wood or carpet?
Yeah, it was a hardwood floor, and there was two issues that affected this floor. One was just improper floor prep, where you have to flatten out and not level the floor, but make it so you can get contact between the concrete subfloor and the wood floor. and they didn't use the right patch or they didn't let it dry adequately. So he had parts of the floor that were actually just buckling up right up off the floor. There was also a moisture issue, which is pretty common here in Florida, as you know. And but the adhesive that was used is one of these new type generation adhesives that's a sealer and an adhesive in one. So that should have definitely handled the issue with moisture, because most of the manufacturers say if you lift up the carpet or whatever the flooring is that's currently there, if there's not a puddle of water, it's good to go. So just get in and put your new floor down. But I had even went to the extent, we had a lot of conversations back and forth. We got him an independent National Hardwood Flooring Association of America inspector to go out to look at the floor, which verified, that it was done improperly. Went to the big box retailer here locally and still didn't do boo. But anyway, he persevered, and he was able to gather enough votes to get $5,600.
What did his floors look like? Were they just kind of wavy and buckling and just looked horrible?
Yeah.
How long was he living with his floors like that?
I think, I don't know exactly, but I think about a year. I know he's been fighting with the people, and it's a shame because he has a lovely house out here.
What was the defense of the big box chain there? What was it?
To be honest, it was just like silence. They just said it's moisture.
Right.
I'm sorry. Did you say this was a house?
Yeah.
I thought for some reason he was talking about a trailer park home or something.
No.
Actually, a very nice home.
No.
Over in the, as I recall, I think it's like the Town and Country area. But very well kept, very well done. And I seen the bill. I mean, he paid a lot of money for this floor.
Yeah.
Actually, probably more than he would have paid us to do it as a mom and pop, that warranty our work for life. And, we all have issues with floors. We have one now out in the new Tampa area, which we've never had a problem with moisture before. And it comes up because those contents of moisture in the ground, they change. So these manufacturers, if you put their adhesives down and they're dry, when you do them and you do all your testing and stuff, they'll still fail from time to time.
Right.
But you can't run away from the people. And that's the difference, I think, between, these big box retailers that just keep popping up. Once it's over the curb, once it's out, out of their parking lot, forget it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you have to be careful with the installers, that are out there that they recommend, and normally they're just bucket and trowel guys. There's certain types of thin sets, there's certain types of sealers, there's certain type of expansions. Even with grout, we use distilled water. We carry in bottled water. We don't use the water out of their tap because of wells and soluble salts, and there's just a lot to know.
A lot that goes
about
in,
flooring.
into proper flooring, and that's why you're, one of the leading contractors in the area, Yeager and Company, YeagerFlooring.com. So definitely reach out to them for all of your flooring needs and all your contracting needs. They're not just a flooring company, so don't let the website name mislead you. Yeager and Company can help you with all things related to contracting. Now, he is the grand prize winner, correct?
Yes, he is the grand prize winner for 500 square foot of engineered floors. And that's like a $5,600 value.
So you're coming in with 500 square foot of new flooring for the gentleman there.
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations to him. And I see you had a second, third, and I think a fourth place prize. What
Diana Blinkhorn, 50% off to $2,000 value. That was the second prize winner. Heather Amoki, 25% off up to $1,000. And Laura Jordan, 15% up to $750.
All right. And this also was as a result of the contest on Facebook. Is this going to be a contest that you run again in the future? If people go to your Facebook page and like the page, they can be kept up to date on the...
We definitely. I mean, we have a new web company, Virtual Realm, really good company here in Tampa, do a lot of the big, Southwest, Outback. We hooked up with these folks. They're really on their game. So this one, we thought we would have got a little bit more response. So maybe by having to post pictures, a lot of people aren't that integrated with, doing a lot of the things on the computers. We'll always be doing something. For Labor Day, we're going to be doing for school teachers, firemen, police, and military is always an additional 10% off of anything, and including other discounts that are already out there just for this weekend. So we're looking for different things, to have some fun with, and maybe the next one we'll do will be for a bathroom remodel, which is another gigantic part of our business. or some construction.
Right, kitchen and bath
things.
remodeling
Yeah.
is kind of like your number two thing. You flooring first, and then the kitchen and bath remodeling. But
Yes.
you can do all things related to contracting, and I know we talked about that many times on the program. Let's bring in Charlie the plumber to the discussion. I got introduced to Charlie last year. Charlie is Jim's primary plumber. So, Charlie, what have you been up to lately, man?
Oh, just working, staying busy, helping Jim out. You know what, Jim, his wife Susan, they're great Americans. They keep a lot of people working at Yeager Flooring and Company, and they do a great job. They serve the community. He keeps a lot of people fed. He's a job creator. He's
Right.
a great American, a Marine Corps veteran. How could you not love this guy? You know what? He's my brother. Hey, Jim, you forgot one person on that list. Charlie the plumber won the AR-15.
That was in our private throwing.
I'm really disappointed when he asked you what you've been up to. I almost thought you were going to say killing terrorists and loving Jesus.
That's right here.
Well, you know me. That's what I do on the side. Hey, that's what I do best. If the Marine Corps needs a plumber that can shoot, hey, they can call me up anytime. You know what? Hey, we swore to defend this country against enemies, foreign and domestic, and you know what? We will do that for as long as we're here on this earth.
And for new listeners of the program who've kind of come into the program over the last several months, Charlie was in here pretty regularly there the beginning of the program and stuff. And so this is his first time back on the program since probably, when was the last time you were on last? Probably about 7 or 8 months ago, right?
Yes, I was. You know what? For the people live streaming, I'm back in living color. Look, I can see myself.
Now, are you still out there beating up all the talk show radio hosts, calling them in, Jack and Ted and all those guys?
I called him up this morning on the way over here. We're talking about Colin Kaepernick. You know what? We're talking about, the great military veterans out there and everybody that's so disgusted by this young, rich punk that's sitting on the sideline during the national anthem. How dare he? You know what? There's other ways to protest. He doesn't have to do this. That's just very disrespectful. Mm-hmm. People are going to wind up boycotting the games.
The NFL's in a tough PR situation right now. Yeah. Jim, are you about to say something?
No, just that, I really feel the NFL really needs to step in and do something rather than just this one man or that team.
Yeah.
The NFL just, lately they just have no backbone.
They dropped the ball, Jim.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just
Charlie, why don't you cut a pro wrestling promo and talk about how you're going to smash that dude?
Well, you know what? I was talking to Jack and Ted this morning, right? And we were talking about, I'm going to come out of retirement and challenge him to a lights-out steel cage match and teach him some respect. I will stomp his guts out and we'll instill some discipline into him. And I tell you what, he'll be standing for every national anthem. How about it? The first NFL game is 9/11. Is he going to be on the sidelines sitting his ass down on the side? I don't think so. You know what? He better not be. You know what? The NFL's in trouble if they. You know what? They wouldn't even let the Dallas team put the stickers on the helmet for the 5 slain police officers. Come on, NFL, get with it. I mean, they even. We're charging the military to run promos for the military. No. Do it for free, the NFL. Come on, get on board.
When
Charlie
PC goes too far, huh?
Never short on words. Let me take a break here. I always got to cut Charlie off, man. Once he starts going, man, I can't get him quiet sometimes. Sometimes we just got to turn the mic off on him. That's Charlie the plumber here. Currently listening to That Business Show at Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn. Or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal. And most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
How many times have you said to yourself, I wish there was an app for that? Stop wishing and start making the world better. Turn your brilliant idea into a profitable business by using Popcorn apps. Their affordable app design will help get your blue sky idea or proven business to the next level at a fraction of the cost of other developers. They will help you get through all the steps needed to make your thoughts become live. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vein 911. We will help you feel great again.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
Teresa Turner is a certified public accountant and the founder of Tax Happens, a boutique-style CPA firm providing small businesses and individuals with hands-on, personalized tax and accounting services. Although we would love to tell you how happy their clients are, we would like you to see for yourself. Tax Happens has 21 Google reviews and a 4.8-star Google rating, 17 Yelp reviews and a 5-star Yelp rating, 38 Facebook reviews and a 4.9-star Facebook rating. What sets Tax Happens apart is number 1, upfront pricing, 2, clear deadlines, 3, personally available year-round, and number 4, a willingness to empower clients to do as much or as little as they desire. Visit taxhappens.com for more information.
From the Bright House Networks Traffic Center.
Very heavy traffic on the northbound side of the Sunshine Skyway Bridge heading into St. Petersburg. Crash just off the bridge in the left-hand lane, and that has traffic jam. From the southern side, also, we've got a crash on southbound 75 south of Fowler, and that has traffic slow from Bruce B. Downs. Southbound Veterans Expressway very slow from before the Dale Mabry extension, and the Summit Expressway slow from 75 over to 78th Street.
This report is brought to you by Compassion International. There is a little boy or girl living in poverty right now. They don't have enough to eat, are sick, and can't go to school. And you can release them from that poverty when you become a sponsor with Compassion International. Find out how at compassion.com/radio.
Tropical storm warning from Tarpon Springs north. Flood watch in effect for the coastal counties. Off and on heavy rain today with a high 85.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And we're back to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business, alongside Charlie the Plumber and Jim Yeager with Yeager & Company. Learn more about Jim over at YeagerFlooring.com. So, Jim, what's trending? What's hot in floors right now?
Hottest thing, probably, I would say 6 out of 10 calls is for the wood look tile, porcelain wood look tile, or just wood look tile in general. We sell, thankfully, all American wood look tile, American Oleans, one of the largest and oldest manufacturers in the United States. We have a promotion running right now on our website with that particular product. It's a 6-inch by 36-inch realistic in Boston Register porcelain, again, American made,
right?
$750 a square foot installed. That's probably the best buy on the street. There's nobody that will touch that for a quality American product.
Okay.
I mean, there's some Chinese stuff out there, brown body.
There's always some Chinese stuff out there. So that no matter what industry you're in, there's always some Chinese stuff out there. So that's what's trending in flooring right now. How often do flooring trends change? I mean, we're ever going to go back to like the shag carpeting of the 70s or anything like that? Were you in business doing the shag carpeting back then?
Actually, the old Codell polyesters. the industry right now, I mean, we sell a 90 ounce. That's the thickest carpet that you can get in a barber pole twist, multiple color tweed at about $25 a yard. That is probably 60% less than most of these carpets that, are pet proof and that have all these different warranties that they say will work. But most of the time, manufacturers don't stand behind them. They find some reason not to live up to the warranties that they put out there. But the tile industry, we didn't do near as much tile up until probably the last 2 years because of these wood look tiles. They're such a better value than a laminate floor that is not or that isn't affected by spills and pet urine and just life in general.
That's funny. He said pet urine.
Josh should easily be used over there.
No, I woke up this morning and I grabbed my shoes really quick and I got out and I'm driving down the road and I'm like, what's that smell? What's that? Oh,
the cat peed on your
on my
shoes.
My favorite condom.
That'll ruin your day right there. So
I was stomping in mud puddles trying to get rid of it.
It's a little kid proof too. Hey, these floors, hey, Jamie. When I come into these jobs and see these wood look tiles, they're beautiful. It's incredible. I mean, you know what? I want them in my house too. I mean, they're just outstanding. If people haven't seen them,
I'm kind of interested in the carpet. I mean, do you do vans with like Vikings painting on the outside and stuff?
You ever carpeted a van?
Yeah, it's been a while. We did in the 70s.
Hey, they can do it all.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and continue talking about the trends in flooring and stuff.
Yeah, so the wood look tile is really a nice durable floor because porcelain tile it'll last till Jesus comes back. I mean, it's down. If it's installed properly, use the right thin sets. Again, another key issue: have the right crew that separates and puts the the grout where it's supposed to be with the proper joint. Leave expansion around the perimeter. Use the distilled water so you get a uniform color in the grout. Not a better value on the street. That's a really, really good investment.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about refinishing it or scratches, nicks, dents, mars. So that look is hot. I will tell you, from the big box retailer, not picking on them, but everything there is just a margin, a specific margin and a product that fits to make the margin. A lot of the ceramic, a lot of the junk coming in from China, you could put two pieces up together and they have bows in them that you wouldn't believe how big they are. And that's affected when you put it down on the floor, unless you're going to use a super wide joint, which people don't want. Those floors aren't going to look too good once you buy them and take them home.
Now, how do the big box retailers work with regard to install? Don't they just sub that out?
They sub it out.
So, I mean, is that a source of business for yourself? I mean, or do you just stay out away from that?
We don't want to because
it affects your brand, I guess, is what you're saying?
Well, it's just everything is a margin. So, if they buy it at X dollars and they could sell it at X dollars, they're not really concerned about the quality, how it goes down. The installers are the ones that drive the business, that tell you the products you should be using and the products you shouldn't be using. They don't have to care. All they do is say, here's Billy Bob. He'll call you and he'll come out and he'll price it. And again, it's just a basic install where they grout right up to the walls. So after 5 years from now, the walls expand and contract. You start having where the tile is popping up off the floors. We see it every single day of the week. So a mom and pop store, reputable store, is definitely the way you want to go. You're going to invest real dollars, get real results, get somebody that's going to stand behind it, not tell you, well, go see Billy Bob.
Right, and so the contractors that are doing the installs for these big box retailers are probably like entry level to mid level, contractors. Because when you get into the business, you got to find business somewhere, and that's one of the sources where you can go and find business and stuff.
Is that the same with like if you order stuff through Lowe's and you have them install it? I mean, you're not really getting a real professional, right?
No, you're getting a professional. You're just getting somebody not with the quality of service that Jim Yeager provides, third generation. Let me take a bottom of the hour break. We're going to carry Jim and Charlie over into the next segment as we await on the arrival of our next guest, Jim McPeak of the McPeak Real Estate Firm. Everybody's behind right now because of the rain out there. So if you're just getting up, you might want to leave a little bit early because of all the rain out there. You're listening to That Business Show. Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.
I feel guilty that I can't always be there when Mom feels stuck at home. She was always there for us. But now she can't get out, and I'm not always available to take her places. Someone else needs to help her get around. Then I learned about Home Instead. Now Mom can do what she enjoys because her personal caregiver is there, and I can just be a daughter again.
Are you struggling to care for your loved one? We can help. Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute and show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring-type products, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tiles, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
Southbound 75, it is jammed from Bruceby Downs to I-4 due to a crash near Fowler. See traffic problems, call the injury firm of Abrahamson, New York, Hillsborough. Traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Truly Nolan Pest Control.
Truly Nolan Pest Control wants you to know it's Pestapalooza. Get Truly Nolan to protect your business, home, family, and pets from ants, mosquitoes, crickets, and roaches. Visit TrulyNolan.com for your free inspection and get $35 off your new annual pest control service contract now.
1250 winds weather center forecasts. Windy and cloudy today, as well as we'll see those showers and storms all day long. Mid 80s for the high, mid to upper 70s for the low. Forecast about the same for tomorrow. Things could change depending on what the system does. Keep up to date on that on our sister station, 970WFLA.com, Operation Stormwatch.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And welcome back to the program, everybody. You're listening to That Business Show, Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. Our guest, Jim McPeak, is unable to make it. He is tied up still in Brandon. So that just tells you a little bit about the traffic over there. He said like some of the roads are shut down or something over there. So he is unable to be with us today. So I know that Charlie and Jim are never short on words, so we're going to continue the discussion with Charlie the Plumber, hashtag American Plumber, too. That was a hashtag we were working on building up for him last year and stuff. So
who was that was doing the social media for that? Do you remember?
Akash was the one who pitched it for him and stuff. Yeah, so I remember we did a show with Akash and Charlie on that day and everything. So hashtag American Plumber, if you want to agree or disagree with Charlie. He's definitely a little bit of a polarizing character, but I don't think that bothers him, does it, Charlie?
He doesn't back down either. If you remember, we had one episode where we had a guest on, and I can't remember the gentleman's name. Ed Narain.
Yes,
They went back and forth on it. It's one of our better shows.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he was up for election. I don't know if he won his seat or his nomination back for the Democratic Party last night. But
we should get Ed back in for round 2 with him and
I'm
Charlie.
sure Ed. It was a good discussion, though. Yeah, it was.
That's what I mean.
It was on the rebel flag controversy at the time. Remember that? Heritage versus hate.
Well, yes, it was about that, and it was about the school vouchers, in which, hey, Ed's a great guy, very personable. I love the guy, but you know what? His politics is all wrong. You know what? School vouchers is a good thing. It gives these schools competition. It gives the minority families an opportunity to send their kids to a better school. It's a win-win situation, and I'm just sad to see that Ed's in the pocket of the school unions.
So Ed and him had a discussion last year on that, and it was one of the few political shows that we had on this program. But it was a very good debate, though. Charlie and Ed both kept it very professional.
Of views, ton of hits.
It did. It was very professionally presented on both sides, and both of them made some good points and everything. So I highly respect anybody that can engage in a political discussion and keep it professional.
Yeah, then we shook hands. I gave him a big hug and told him I love him.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to watch that, it's over on YouTube. Just search Ed Narain and Charlie the Plumber, and it's a very well watched.
We should
program.
do a once a month thing with Charlie and have him get in the ring with somebody. We invite different people.
How are we going to have that in here? We got no ring inside. How do you figure that?
Figuratively speaking, you know what I mean. Just have Charlie, get in there and
just
lock
the door. That way they can't get out.
This sounds like most of my relationships.
And Charlie, in case we've made a few references to it, used to be a professional wrestler. You came up in the 80s, right? What was your whole gimmick back then? What were you doing?
Rock and Blade, the Star Riders, the Florida Tag Team Champions of the world. Hey, you know what? Hey, that'd be great. I would love to do the political commentary or debate against, whoever. Ed is really a nice guy, and would love to see him down here again. And I would like to maybe try to sway his political views a little bit because, he's a family man, and we really had a good time speaking with Ed. And
it's hard to sway anybody's views, though, especially when they're in politics. I mean, once you're an adult, I mean, it's just that's why I say on like social media, you're not swaying anybody's views.
No, I put that arm bar on him and when I twist his leg real hard, I think he's going to see the light.
No, I know that if you ever go to a bar, the last two conversations you want to have are politics and religion. But on radio, on the other hand,
I know I'm an outlier because I don't talk about politics very often. Actually, very rarely on the program. Charlie, though, it's hard to keep him off the political talk. So.
The family get-togethers like Thanksgiving and Christmas. We start talking politics and religion. For some reason, I'm always the first one to be asked to leave the party.
You still giving NPR a hard time and stuff? They cut your number off?
Oh yeah. I slip through every once in a while, and you know what? But I just try to pass on the love. Random acts of kindness, and I try to spread the love. I just want people to do the right thing when nobody's looking. You know what? Hey, me and Jim, we're the big supporter of the police officers. Jim used to be a deputy sheriff. I don't know if he told anybody about that, but Jim's a great American, a Marine, family man, business owner, creating jobs, paying lots of taxes.
Both of them.
How can you not love that?
Both of them Marines here. They have the Marine flag along with the American flag in studio. One of the hallmarks of all of Charlie's appearances here on the program.
You can barely see the flag on the stream. So.
Yeah. Maybe we'll fix that on the break and everything.
When you go by Jim's house, he got the colors flying. He got the stars and stripes and the Marine Corps flag.
The big white eagle.
And the big white eagle. He's
Mobley.
And that's how you two met, right? You were driving along and you saw like a Marine flag or something on his truck.
Charlie
How'd you
seen
meet
one of
him?
our trucks. Charlie seen one of our trucks. I think it was Rich, actually.
And me and Rich got together.
Yep. And
he told me about Jim.
All of our trucks all have Marine Corps tags on them, all of our vehicles. Like
whether they're a Marine or not.
16 or 17, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you saw Charlie had one on his truck, and then you called him
Charlie
up
seen one of ours, and then we hooked up. We're always looking for plumbers. We're always looking for electricians. We're never going to get another Charlie ever.
Right.
So I get his texts on Sunday from the range with his
I get them occasionally
AR.
too. Yeah. He sends me a picture from the range as well. So, is that a regular outing for you every Sunday?
Well, yeah, I'm a member.
It's a ritual.
Yeah, I'm a member down there at the range. It's a lot of fun. I see Ted Webb over there quite often, and you've been down there with me, and it's a great family outing. My wife, she's a school teacher, and she's very proficient with my weapons as well. She can shoot my rifles, my pistols, and
I did go to the range with this guy one time, and he literally did show up with an arsenal. I came in with like two little 9mm. I felt like a little wimp with those things in there. And you wear the ear protection, in the range. And Charlie busts out this like sawed off piece, and he's like, woo. I had to stop and put my hands over
Was
the
he
ear
wearing
protection.
headgear? Was he?
Yeah. I mean, you have to. It's required. But
it's still loud.
It's still loud. I mean, it was hurting my ears even with the ear protection on. What was that piece
Charlie
that you
shows
had?
up in like full fatigues and like the makeup under his eye and stuff, looking like Commando.
He had a whole arsenal there. What was that piece?
Well, that was an AK pistol and with a stabilizing brace on it, and you can basically fire it as fast as you can pull the trigger. It's just a lot of fun. We go there, we do sporting. I try to do a little bit of training. And for anybody that shoots, you need to be proficient with your weapons. You need to be familiar with them, especially women. And women probably need to be more armed than anyone. So especially at this range, I've seen classes where they train women. There's been 20, 30 women in there at a time. And let's face it, nowadays it's up to us to protect ourselves foremost and utmost. And the thing about a gun, you're going to need it when you least expect it. And it's not the law-abiding citizens with guns that I fear.
Right. I had to you did some work recently for one of our other sponsors, Kevin Overstreet Insured Title Agency. He is another big gun advocate, and I went to the range one time with him, and so I need to pair you two up, man. You two will become best friends. He was at the range. He opened up the back of his SUV, and I swear if he got pulled over, man, he'd probably be in trouble because he had whole thing, man, full of stuff.
Oh, it's illegal to carry weapons.
I was like, wow, he had like an arsenal back there, too.
You just don't want to be taking them in the safe spots in the airport.
We're doing the what is that, the clay pigeon shooting or whatever. That was
yeah, like at Silver Dollar. No, that's great. I was over there the other day doing a plumbing job, and that's one of the it's world renowned.
He took us to a place where there was like a lot of trailers up there in Pasco County or Odessa, I think it was, and I was like, man, this must be some low end housing. You know, these people living next to the range. No, those things were
Silver Dollar.
Yes, those places cost tons of money. There's a lot of retirees and a lot of people have second and third homes in those locations because they want to live on the range. I was surprised.
Well, they come down here on the off seasons just to shoot the clay pigeons. They have the different competitions.
You're right. It was Silver Dollar.
And they're driving in, multi-million-dollar Prevost. So that's not a Pasco County.
I thought it was just some at first.
There,
I just thought it was some low-end
all
housing.
All of a sudden, I feel a little embarrassed about being from Pasco.
Pasco County is great. It's up and coming. And hey, State Road 54, where Jim's business is, right off of State Road 54 on Success Boulevard over there. Let me tell you what do they do? Put in 50,000 homes in the last 10 years, Jim?
Yeah, it's growing by leaps and bounds. Pasco, there's some kind of seedy areas, and there are others that are good. Chris Nacco, our sheriff, awesome, non-contested. He's just going to continue doing a great job up there. It's just Pasco's
we got some good sheriffs
along.
in the area with old Grady over there in Polk County and up in Pasco as well, and also here in Tampa. We just replaced the chief here this past couple years ago, Chief Eric Ward, and after Jane Castor has left, I think Jane's going to be running for mayor. I heard as well. She was a very well respected local sheriff here, in the area. So, but definitely a lot of good professionals in law enforcement in the area. So, Jim, you come with a background in law enforcement.
Still want to keep lifting them up. Yeah, after 9/11, I was on with the Manatee Sheriff Department, and
so you were with as of 9/11. You were still.
It was 9/11, right after 9/11.
Okay.
Because when all the security and everything went up, they needed help. Manatee has one of the smallest sheriff departments, and with all the overtime and just the crushing amount of workload with the prison, the airports, and with the water. They needed help. So for about 9 months, myself, a lot of other good former military and some former retired police, went back in to lend a hand. And so it was good. It was, a good part of life at that time.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you were former law enforcement prior to that, but no, just military?
No, just military. At that time, again, they were just looking for people that were trained with weapons and, security and such. So.
And Jim can do it all. He can do your floors, he can do your kitchens, your bathrooms, and he can keep you safe from enemies, foreign and domestic. Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Let me take a break here. Currently talking in studio here with Charlie the plumber and Jim Yeager of Yeager & Company, specializing in floors and also kitchen and bath remodelings, and they can help you with all things related to contracting and construction, though. So learn more about them over at YeagerFlooring.com, and they got an amazing warehouse up on Success Drive up in Odessa. So be sure to visit that if you're in the market for new floors, and they can definitely get you some nice looking floors, as we've been discussing that throughout the hour as well. Again, YeagerFlooring.com. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project. In an age when the good and the better vie for attention, it is the best that stands out. The best of Tampa Bay from Proudly Florida is the love story for the city of Tampa, celebrating success, sharing achievements, a tribute to enterprise and community spirit. Let Proudly Florida showcase your business to your city, your nation, and the world. For more information, email info@proudlyflorida.com and be sure to visit proudlyflorida.com.
How many times have you said to yourself, I wish there was an app for that? Stop wishing and start making the world better. Turn your brilliant idea into a profitable business by using Popcorn apps. Their affordable app design will help get your blue sky idea or proven business to the next level at a fraction of the cost of other developers. They will help you get through all the steps needed to make your thoughts become live. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
Have you ever tried to buy a home for your family only to find out that you don't qualify for a mortgage loan? You thought that after 20 years as a customer of your bank, they would help you when you needed it the most, right? Unfortunately, the banks of today are not the banks of our parents and grandparents, and our relationships with them just don't matter anymore. My name is Frank Cotto, and I'm the president of the Lincoln Lending Group. We all may need a bank, but we also need a Frank, and that's what I'm here to do for you today. Lincoln Lending Group will waive all of your lending fees, which include your mortgage, application fee, your underwriting fee, processing fees, and any bank points. Just call 813-MORTGAGE. You drop the E, and we'll drop the fee.
Teresa Turner is a certified public accountant and the founder of Tax Happens, a boutique-style CPA firm providing small businesses and individuals with hands-on, personalized tax and accounting services. Although we would love to tell you how happy their clients are, we would like you to see for yourself. Tax Happens has 21 Google reviews and a 4.8-star Google rating, 17 Yelp reviews and a 5-star Yelp rating, 38 Facebook reviews and a 4.9-star Facebook rating. What sets Tax Happens apart is number 1, upfront pricing, 2, clear deadlines, 3, personally available year-round, and number 4, a willingness to empower clients to do as much or as little as they desire. Visit taxhappens.com for more information.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
From the Bright House Networks Traffic Center.
Well, the crash on northbound 275 just off the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, now off to the side, and traffic starting to pick up speed now on the northbound side, but it is jammed back into Manatee, so leave yourself an extra 30 minutes if you're heading towards St. Pete. Also, southbound 75, it is jammed from before Bruceby Downs to I-4, southbound 275 from before Beers to around Hillsborough Avenue, and the Veterans Expressway is slow from around Van Dyke to Gun Highway. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Urich. Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life.
When Marlon Shirley was 5, he lost his foot. Today, as the world's fastest amputee, he runs the 100 meters in less time than it takes to listen to this. Overcoming. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life.
Tropical storm warning from Tarpon Springs north. Flood watch in effect for the coastal counties, off and on heavy rain today with a high 85.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And welcome back to That Business Show. Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business, alongside Charlie the Plumber and Jim Yeager of Yeager & Company. Learn more about Jim over at YeagerFlooring.com. Charlie still hasn't got a website up, though. We were just talking about that during the break. So we're going to see more and more of Charlie here on social media.
I threw up Jessica by accident.
Oh, there's Jessica. We'll see her in the 8 o'clock.
Sorry, Charlie.
There's Jim there, and she was a little bit prettier than Jim is, by the way. So, but we'll talk to Jessica at the top of the hour. So, but we'll just see Charlie getting on social media here pretty soon. There, he's just talking with Matt Ashwood. There, who handles the social media for the program. So we know Charlie wants to get involved in the discussions out there. So all of you liberals and conservatives who like to talk politics, you definitely want to friend old Charlie the Plumber. He's ready to go at it. He says
that'd be cool to see Charlie do like snippets, like 30-second snippets where he just rants and goes crazy on some certain topic.
Man, you got to teach him Snapchat and stuff, man, because he would be brutal on there, man.
Yeah.
He'd be Snapchatting all the time. And
America would get the punch in the mouth they need.
Hey, for only 30 seconds at a time? Come on. You know, when I get going, I can't shut up.
He's
well,
definitely...
we could do it in parts.
Yeah, we could do a regular segment there where we just analyze, Charlie's, social media rants. That would be pretty funny. It'd be a good segment. Jim, I want to talk a little bit more about Yeager and Company, your business up there in Odessa, though. One of the areas, outside of flooring, when you're doing just general contracting, you focus on, you say, paying people by the hour, which is, beneficial to your clients.
Actually, not paying people by the hour, although that's part of it. But the thing that we do that's a little bit different than anybody else out there is we charge by the hour.
Okay, charge by the hour.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, like for a general contractor fee, $85 an hour. I mean, if you go in to get your car fixed, it's over $100 an hour. Your RV's over $150 an hour. So you can get a general contractor, licensed, fully experienced. We have guys that have 40 years plus experience, still licensed general contractors that can come out, take a look at what you want to do at your house, do different work that you need done. You can pay by the hour. Not a better deal on the street. Carpentry, $75 an hour. Journeyman, that's like a helper that would be still educated and knowledgeable at $45 an hour. Drywall and texture, $45 an hour. And just a general laborer at $30 an hour. That's all in the construction remodel field. So, that opens up a nice door to people that just have small projects, want to get things done. Because most contractors are going to go in and they're just going to protect themselves, not so much the customer as far as pricing goes. So normally what that equates to is a lot of money.
Contractor usually just gives you a bid. It's like,
Exactly.
boom, this is the price. Yeah, I'm not used to dealing with contractors that say that we're $30 by the hour or $40 by the hour. So you're unique in that sense. Then,
Exactly.
correct?
So,
Okay.
it's a niche because the other thing is not everybody needs, 10 hours or 8 hours. And it works. It works well. The people that use it like it. It's either customer supplied materials or we supply the type materials or pick them up from, the different vendors for whatever is there. So just another option to look at when you're looking to remodel. A lot of our customers, we have some 30,000 customers over the, last 14, 15 years. They still come back to us. They're going to do the floors this year, and 5 years from now they'll add some more rooms or they'll do a bathroom, kitchen. We do full interior, exterior painting. So it's a nice extra thing to have.
Right.
Not just floors, a lot more, kitchens, baths.
And what do you attest your third generation now? I mean, what do you attest of, the success of Yeager and Company? This was started by your grandfather then, I assume,
absolutely.
Right? Yep.
Just, hard work and treating people the way that we want to be treated. Like we were saying earlier in the segment about the, big box retailer that leaves the guy high and dry. We don't leave anybody high and dry. We sincerely tried to make sure that everybody is 100% satisfied. We offer warranties for life. As long as I have blood running through my veins, we're going to be there if there's an issue. We don't run from problems. We take care of whatever issues are because they're going to come up. There's always going to be something that comes up. So it's how you handle it well. That's why, for going on 10 years now, every year we've won in multiple categories, the Angie's List. Mm-hmm. You can go on to Angie's List now. It's free. So you can sign up, go on to Angie's List, and see our 600 full reviews of what people have to say about our workmanship.
Didn't
and
Angie's List used to cost money for the consumer?
Yeah.
It did, so it's now free for consumers?
Well, there's the beginning step of it is free, and then they have like a silver and a gold platform as well that give you. From Angie's List, there's like up to $100,000 if somebody comes in and really makes a mess and they're a certified, like we are, vendor. Angie's List will take care of it. There's certain discounts and reward points and such that they have for their silver and gold members. But you can get a basic membership, go in, be able to see all the reviews, post reviews, and take advantage of what is the best service out there to be able to judge.
And is
see.
Angie's List really kind of the cornerstone of the contracting market for lead generation? I mean, is that where
it's our bread and butter.
That is your bread and butter?
That's our
Okay.
heart.
And how long has Angie's List been around? That just came out fairly.
No, it's newer here, but Indianapolis and out in that part, it's been around for quite some time. So it is number 631 worldwide for most popular website.
Wow.
So
it's
we're
up there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. You see like home advisors, that are on the TV every day. That's a free service, but the people that are participating in it are paying out the nose for those leads, anywhere from $50 to $150. It's given to 3 people. And let's just say it's not even close to what you would get with Angie's
And so the
List.
testimonials and the reviews are really what people are looking for in these
Absolutely,
businesses
yeah.
and stuff. And so I always, it's an area of my business that I'm weak on, is getting reviews and testimonials and stuff. But it's something that really a lot of people are looking into. And, you shouldn't necessarily be scared of just getting a negative review or a weaker than, a 5-star review or whatnot, because you learn from those reviews as well. I'm always a little leery of the person who's got like perfect reviews and stuff, because I think that's just their friends and families going on there and reviewing them. But you have 600 some different reviews.
Yeah, and
wow.
and really, Angie's List, the friends and family thing don't cut it. They're really tough. And when you get a bad review, you're not getting it off, unless you work with the customer. And that's the whole point.
Right.
If they're dissatisfied, if they need something, you're going to have to step up to the pump in order to keep those numbers. It's not easy, believe me. I spend a lot of time making sure that we don't get A's or we get a bad mark, it's taken off. It's.
And are you able to engage with people on the site when they give you a review? And
Yeah, absolutely.
People can see how you respond maybe to a bad review. And I don't hold that necessarily against somebody because they get a bad review. Not everything always works out the way it's supposed to, and then certain people just don't click and everything. But if you're able to respond in a professional manner and everything, but 600 reviews, that's a testament to what you're doing just to support the business.
Yeah, exactly.
The average business owner doesn't get any reviews and stuff, and so good work on that. Got a couple minutes left. Charlie, I wanted you to share with us a wrestling story, but I know your stories usually take about 20 minutes to tell, so we'll just leave it up to you. What did you want to talk about here? Got about 2 minutes left.
Well, you know what? First of all, Jim is number 1 on Angie's List and gets the number 1 rating with the Better Business Bureau. They do quality work. He stands behind his work. He jumps through hoops to get the work done and to do a great quality job. As far as professional wrestling goes, brother, you know what? It might be choreographed, but the bumps are for real. The bruises are for real. If some of these guys, if they fall and you're wrong, they'll kill you. They're so big. You see some of these monsters out there?
Yeah, we had one in here fairly recently.
Yeah.
He wasn't in WWE anymore, but Aaron Reed with Eat Like Aaron. That guy was huge. He'd gotten released a couple years ago, but that guy was a monster.
Yeah, I've been in the ring with some 400-pound men, and let me tell you what, it ain't fun. And, you know what? Wrestling in the Bahamas was always a lot of fun because, you know what? They never had any big national sports over there, and they always treated us well. They took us out to dinner. They wined and dined us and took us out to the bars. They picked up the tabs. We got to party with the Prime Minister's son. That was a lot of fun. 15 minutes of fame.
Well, you got some good stories. You shared a good one with us last year about the Moondogs and when they cracked you over the head and literally gave you a concussion. That was hilarious, but don't go get started on that one because we're at the end of the program. So Charlie the plumber, Jim Yeager, thank you both so much for being in studio.
Thank you, Jamie.
And we'll be hearing from them again here pretty soon. Again, Jim, new sponsor with the Tampa Bay Business Owners. You learn more about how to become a sponsor over on TampaBayRadio.com as well as TBBO.org. And be sure to visit his website, YeagerFlooring.com. They're more than just flooring. They do kitchen and bath remodeling and anything related to contracting as well. Coming back from the break, it'll be Working Woman Wednesdays on That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.